What's up, you guys? I hope y'all doing well today. I want to do a quick video about authenticity, why it's important to be authentic and be true to who you are. Because a lot of people are saying they want people to just love them for who they are. I just want somebody to love me for me. But this is the trick to that. If you're not being your authentic self, if you're trying to show up as somebody else other than you, if you're wearing masks, acting like you're this way when you're really not, you're trying to fit in with what the world says you should be, or when you're trying to fit into a group, whenever you're trying to fit in somewhere where you don't fit in it, you're not being authentic. You're not being true to who you are. You're putting on a mask so you can be a chameleon to fit in and gain the likeness of others. And when you do that, you're not going to get genuinely love for who yourself, and you're going to lose yourself in the process. You're going to feel unworthy in the process because you feel like, I got to be this person. This is where a lot of this ego coming in. It coming in this with relationships, friendships. You get around people because you see people. You see that what this group of people does, they gain a lot of attention because they do this. So I too want to get that type of attention. I too want to get that type of respect. So let me do what they're doing to fit in so that way I too can gain that. But that's not who you really are. And after a while, it's going to show that that's not who you really are. It's going to show. You're going to slowly but surely, that mask is going to come off. And that's not going to be who you really are. And once you take that mask off and those people are not liking you no more, you're going to be like, well, why y'all don't like me no more? This can be in relationships too, because this often happens in relationships and friendships. You know, in relationships, you show up as one way. You show up as maybe this super sweet person. You show up as this, nice person. You show up as Mr. Tough Guy. You show up as, whatever you show up as your representative. But really, once they get to know you, they like, oh, you're not so mean. You're actually sweet. Or maybe they be like, oh, you're not as nice as you pretend to be. You actually a bitch. You actually are rude. Because the mask has came off. You actually are abusive. You actually are a liar. You actually don't have nothing going for yourself. You're really not this person, but you put on a front. You had a mask on to will a person in. You baited them in with this false perception, this false view of who you are. And that's what caught them. And now that they have you, and now you're getting comfortable, and the mask is starting to wear off, they're realizing, hey, I don't really like you like that. Like I just said in that other video I did, I don't know, this probably gonna go first because it's quicker. Because I'm about to edit the video about the effect that, what you hear, the music and everything, how it affects who you are. I mean, how it affects how you move and stuff, and how lust of the eyes and what we hear, and how we easily deceive. Both men and women, we're easily deceived by one another because of the false perception that we portray. The women, how we falsely use makeup and stuff to will people win when that's not how we really look. And then when a person don't like you for how you really look, now you're mad, but you tricked them. It's like a trick, it's deception. And people don't have to stay with you when they get to know the real you. Once they get to know the real you, they might not like that. And they're not obligated to stay with you when they finally got to know the real you, because you done took the mask off. You done showed your true self. This is why it's important to be authentic and be true to who you are from day one. From day one. Don't lead with certain things. Like I discussed in that video, don't lead with this if you don't want somebody to only value that in you. Don't lead with your money if that's what if you don't want people to only value you for your money, and then when the money run out, now they run out. Or if you came in love bombing, don't, like these narcissists do, don't come in love bombing a person if you're not really that person. If that's not something you're going to consistently provide them with, that love, affection, attention, gifts, if you're not going to continuously provide that because that's not genuinely what you normally do, that's just what you do to get people, and once you get them and love bomb them and capture them, now you don't do it no more. Or when you only do that because they're drifting away from you and you want to will them back in closer, so you do these manipulation tactics to get them in. That's not going to keep people there for the long time. When you use sex to bait a person in. When you use these things, when you're not true to who you are and you can't show up authentically as yourself, you put yourself in a position to get a disservice. You put yourself in a position to get abandoned and neglected because you led with a false you. Like you led with that. That's like if I come in and put on my Michael Myers mask, and you might actually like Michael Myers. You might like the way Michael Myers look. You might like the image that Michael Myers, uphold. You might like that. But then I take it off and you see this. You like, oh, you're not mean and rugged and tough like that. Like you're a girl for real. You're not a man. You deceived me. Like how some in that community, in that the LGBTQ community, how like it be a lot of stuff going on with the trans group. Sometimes, and this is not okay to do this. It's not okay to lie to people and deceive people. It's not okay to do that. And it's not okay for people, once you have been deceived, to think you can go cause them harm like that or whatnot. I get it from, both sides, but easily like that, because a lot of these, they're men for real and they still have their men body parts, but they look like girls. They look like, they're deceiving men and they look like they're women. It's some out here that that they really men, but it's some that look so much like a girl. Like you would be baffled for them to pull their pants down when you get all hot and ready and you pull their pants down and you see a meat there, and it's gonna be like, dang, I thought you was hold up. I thought you was this. Like you deceived me. Like they say with the catfishing, you deceive me. You don't really look like that. How men also deceive when they wear them hats. Women, we deceive when we wear our wigs, when we wear our makeup, and then you take that stuff off and it's like, ugh, this is what you really look like. This is who you really are. This ain't you, and I don't like that. And I don't have to stay with that. You can't expect people to love you for who you are when you didn't lead with who you really are. That's the moral of the story for this video. Lead with who you really are. Stop deceiving people. And then you think people are supposed to stay around for they only was attracted to the false perception of you. They wasn't really attracted to the real you. Like some of these dudes, they lead, like men and women. You have to be authentic to who you are if you want people to really love you for who you are. Stop trying to fit in with everybody. Stop trying to be like other people. You got the women out here, they see the thotties, whatever they want to call them, 304s, the Jezebels, ultimately what it is. You see them and you see the lifestyle that they're living. And you too want that kind of attention. You too want that kind of camaraderie. You want that. So you trying to fit in with these girls. You trying to get the hair and the nails and stuff like that because you want to fit into what they look like, what you see them, how they get their attention. Now you want to fit into that, but that's not really who you are. That's not really who you are. And you find it hard to keep up with that lifestyle because that's not you. That's not you. You find it hard. You don't wear nails and stuff. But yeah, you getting nails and stuff because you see the other girls, you see them girls get it, or whatever it is. You see them wearing certain kind of bags. You see this, and you too want to do that. So you'll try to fit in with them, and you get that stuff when really you'll spend your last and all that when you don't know how they really get their stuff, who they screwing and messing around with and deceiving and snaking and what type of fraud and all type of things that they doing to get these things to uphold this image. Yeah, you want to be like them and you spending your last, you doing all type of things to risk yourself so you can be like them, but you don't even really know what it takes for those girls to be them. And then when you get with a guy, you wonder why the guys is treating you like this. Is because like this one video I saw, and it was a guy and doing like a little interview outside or something. And the girl was saying like, but why do y'all think all women are like that? And just because she has friends that are like that or something, why do you think that she's like that? And the guy was like, this is the problem. He was like, too many of the good girls are standing around with the 304s. So we don't know the difference. All y'all look alike because birds of a feather flock together. So if you with these type of girls, I assume you do this type of activity too. If you with girls that are known for, being pass arounds and you hanging around them, I'm too gonna deem you as a pass around because you hanging with the pass arounds. Even with guys, you know how they call each other rats and stuff. If he a rat, he's known for snitching and he's known for this, but you hanging around him, I'm gonna think you too are a rat because you're hanging with the rat. Just like, on another level, you if you're naturally nerdy and you see the girls don't, it seems like all like these, like a lot of these guys got going on out here on a podcast, and they say the girls, modern women only like thugs and they only like these hood dudes and stuff. So you got nerds and you got some guys who, might not be like nerds, but they don't come from that hood savage lifestyle. They don't come from the streets, but yet they want to imitate the streets. They want to imitate that because that seems like what the girl is like. But then when the girl gets you, that ain't really who you really are. So they see that you really are a nice guy, and they don't really like the fact that you're not toxic. And a lot of those girls be toxic. That's why they like those toxic guys, because it's like an adrenaline rush. You give each other an adrenaline rush, and it's just something that keeps its highs and its lows, and it just keep you going on a toxic roller coaster, emotional roller coaster. But they get with you and they be like, oh, you nice or real. But you portrayed as something that you weren't to get her. And now that she know that you really are this nice guy, or you really this and that, now she's like, I don't really like you. Like, you're just too nice. You're not toxic like this guy. You don't beat me up and all of this stuff like this guy. You don't stay out late like this guy. And which is crazy, but you got to understand who you're dealing with. You got to stop getting what people think that you could change them. You got to take people at face value for what you get. What you see is not always what you see is what you get, because you're seeing representatives. But you gotta be able to discern. You gotta listen to your intuition, because your intuition will alarm you off the rip about people. When you get there, when you get in tune with yourself, I can just sense it about people. Like, you don't have to say nothing. It's all in your mannerisms. It's all in how you move, what you say, what you do, how you're looking. Not even like what you're wearing, but your facial expression, your body language. I'm just like, clown. Like, please go on, sir. Like, bye. That one dude, I'm walking with my daughter down and they riding a bike and stuff outside down here. This dude pulls up. First of all, sir, it's not giving it. You look like you just got this car from your baby mama or your mama, and it's like you got the ride around for the day. You know how these people be when he's like a teenager. When you first get the car, your mama let you drive the car, and then you just happy, you got the windows down, music up. You come through driving like that, you gonna pull up on me, and then think it's cute to say what he say, something about his stepkids, like insinuating that my kids are his stepkids. Sir, move your clown. I kept it real cute. I ain't be rude or not. I was like, I'm good. Thank you. I'm good, babe. Thank you. I'm good. These is not your damn kids. These is not your stepkids. That's not even cute to say that. But to an immature mind, to a toxic girl, maybe the old me might have thought that was cute. But ain't nothing cute about it. Don't come up to me saying you don't even know my kids. They ain't your stepkids. I don't even know you. That ain't cute. That ain't cute. This is why evolvement is everything. And even still, just the way you pull out, like, sir, who car is this you in? Because I can tell it's not yours. I can tell it's not yours. Just the whole way you moving. Even still, like, I just don't be interested. Because some guys do be seeming like nice guys, and I still be like, I'm good, sweetheart. I'm sorry. Like, I'm just not interested. But you got to be who you are off the rip. Be who you are. If you don't know who you are, figure that out. If you're in your single season, if you just got out of a relationship, that's your time. That's your season. Even if you're in a relationship, find your identity. Stop being so worried about what the other person doing and trying to mirror them and try to be up under them 24/7. Get your own time. And in your free time, when he at work or she hanging with her friends, he hang with, get to know you. Get to know who you are. Say, self, who are you? Who am I? Ask God, start praying, God, reveal me to me. Teach me about myself. You know things, you saw things that I never even seen about myself. You know who I really am. You know who you created me to be. Explain me to me. Get to know yourself. That way you don't have to put on as something that you're not. That way when people get you, when they come around you, it don't have to be fake. You don't have to run people off, because you wouldn't have ran them off if they would have saw you who you were from the get-go, because they would have been they would have left you alone. If they saw that person you really are, they would have probably been not dealt with you. But along the time, as time went on, you started taking your mask off. You started being who you really are, and they realized they don't really like that person. You might be too chill for people. Even as women, sometimes like these guys say they want good girls, but a lot of them want toxic women, but they want to be able to have possession over them and change them and control and dominate them to beat them into submissiveness. They don't really want the nice girls. There's so many nice women out here that have no kids and all of this stuff. Yet they spend so much time trying to crucify the baby mamas and single mothers and want them to humble themselves, when they can strictly just focus on the women out here, the pool of women that doesn't have kids, that are nice girls. They might not have BBLs and long weaves, and they might not have nails, and they might not have, piercings and tattoos. They might not have all the veneers and all the sexy provocative clothing and stuff. They might not have all of that these girls have, that gets them attention, but doesn't necessarily get them feeling valued. It just makes the men want to use them as a doll, like I just said in that last video. But when you want, just be careful of just seeing other people and wanting their lifestyle. Be careful of wanting what you see and then trying to fit that image like them, because you see what they get from that, but that's not really you. Because you're going to make people only want you for certain things. You're going to draw in the wrong crowd when you're not being yourself, when you're not being authentic to who you are. That's like me. If I was to get up here and just sit up here and act like and just like talk this, I can't do that, because as time go on, the real me is going to come out. So you're going to hear my slang. You're going to hear, all of that. You're going to, as time go on, you get to see people for who they are. So if I'm not authentic with who I really am, eventually it's going to come out. And eventually, you might not like me and all of this. If I sit here and be, I don't do that. That's why I be real. I'm going to talk my ish. I'm going to tell the truth. I'm kind, but I don't take no mess. I have very low tolerance for BS. I don't like people playing in my face. I don't like liars. I don't like deceivers. I don't like none of that. And I don't like a bunch of cap. I just don't like all of that. So yes, I'm going to call stuff out. Yes, I'm going to do that. But I'm not going to get up here and sit up here and act like, I don't do nothing. I never did nothing. And then 5 years later, or 6 months later, somebody might come and blogging about me saying, oh no, I know her from high school. I know her. She used to do this. She used to do that. You put people, but people ain't got to come and tell you that. If you be real, you don't have to worry. If you be real from day one, there's nothing that nobody can burst your bubble about, because you already kept it a bean. You already kept it a bean. You stand on truth already. Be true to who you are. That way nobody could ever call your bluff. Be true to who you are. Don't sit up here acting like a way that you wasn't. So that's all I wanted to say, y'all. That's all I'm going to say for this video. Be true to who you are. People can't love you for who you are unless you really be yourself. You want somebody to love you for who you really are. Be true to who you really are so they can love that person. Not that false person. Not your alter ego. Not all of that mess. Okay? So I'll see y'all in the next video. Deuces.